Well, how are y'all doing today? I wanted to hold that thought. Well, how are y'all doing today? I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about proper... Man, I tell you what, I can't get a video done. Hold that thought. Okay, so I got an order for Grubhub for the Catch, which is a new fish place here, right down there. Kind of catchy, huh? Well, I mean, the Catch is kind of catchy considering it's a fish place and you catch fish. Never mind. But what I want to talk to y'all today about is proper etiquette. And I'm not talking about how you act in a, well, sort of, but I'm not talking about how you act in a restaurant, but yeah, sort of. It all ties in together. But I'm talking about the mannerism and the politeness and the consideration of others as far as us as food delivery drivers goes. What can we do to practice good etiquette? So, y'all stick around. You might find something new. Probably not, but you might. Well, that Grubhub order just got confirmed and I'm already here. So we all know that just being confirmed means they have accepted that offer. So we know it's not going to be ready. And they're pretty packed. I'm technically not even in a parking spot, but hopefully I won't get in trouble. Hold on. My block with Grubhub starts soon. Imagine that, I'm already on it. But on today's topic of etiquette, you may already know, but in case you don't know, it's kind of important to know what that word means. And I'm going to give you what this says it means, and I agree with it. The meaning for etiquette. It is a word that refers to a good mannerism or behavior of a person. Now, you may be thinking, Grandpa, I'm nice to people. And that's great. And we all should be nice to each other. But there's a little more to it than just that. Take, for instance, you're walking up to the restaurant to pick up your order, and there is a person coming out with an order or just coming out. Do you try to hurry up and get through that door before they do? Or do you pull that door open and hold it open for them? Male, female, a youngster. I wouldn't hold it open for like a tiny kid, because they're probably, unless you see the parents right there with them, they're trying to hurry up and get out, and you're just helping them evade their parents and get in the way. So you can't do that. But use a little common sense. If it's teenagers, whatever, just hold the door open. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's going to cost you 2 or 3 seconds. You might even give them a smile and a hello or have a nice day. Never hurts. That's just one example. There are many more. Whoa! Oh, this is going Edgecliff. $21.85 for Uber Eats. Man, oh, it's an order. Order and shop. No. This is the place on my last Grubhub video, or the one before last, my short one, that I was talking about them saying it would be an hour before it was ready. That's the same restaurant. I'm not, can you know, if it's an order and pay, this is Friday night, and it's dinner time. Can you imagine? If it was going to be an hour Wednesday night, imagine what it's going to be on a Friday night at 10 after 6. hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Homie ain't got time for that. So, we're going to cover some more examples of etiquette and proper etiquette. And y'all stick around. I'm going to go ahead and go in here and check on this order just in case. And we'll get back to it. Pedro had a question in his video the other night about how long you would wait for an order to be ready. And my comment was, you know, if you wait too long, you get too much time invested in it, so you might as well wait. However, I waited a good 6 or 7 minutes, and I asked the guy again, I said, do you know how long it'll be before it's ready? He said, soon. I said, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20? He said, probably about 10 or 15. Okay. I unassigned the order. So, there's my answer. I will unassign it if it's going to be quite a while. And this is a busy time right now. So, sitting there waiting for an $8 worth of food, or an $8 order, for me, $8, because you know exactly what it's going to be on Grubhub. They're pretty straightforward. So anyway, unassigned. But there again, practice your proper etiquette. I was not impolite. Unpolite. I was still being polite. I smiled and said, okay, thank you. And turned around and walked out. Now I could have said, oh, that's a bunch of crap. And that's not the way to be. They're swamped in there. You can't blame 1 or 2 people for it taking longer, because it's a whole group, and you can sit there and watch them. They're all working. Now, if you're going somewhere and they're all standing around with their arms crossed, or their ear glued to the phone, or their fingers glued to the screen of the phone, and they just ain't got time for you, that's a little bit different. But when you see them all in there humping it and trying to get them orders out, you can't really hold that against them. So just unassign it and move on. Somebody will get it. The customer's still going to get their food, because it was a decent offer, decent mileage. It's just not worth the wait on that. Not for me, anyway. We have a Spark order. $13 for 2 orders. Oh, that's from a Walmart that's all the way across town. And it's going to an apartment complex. So that's automatic. No, thank you. I have about decided not to do any Spark orders that go to apartment complexes. And it's nothing against the people that live, and you know, unless it's like 1 or 2 items, that's different. That was 28 items. I didn't even look at the second order. But 28 items going to an apartment that starts with the first number is a 2. To me, it tells me it's pretty good indication that it's floor 2. That's not always true, but generally, in most apartment complexes, I think it is. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, because this place is crowded, and like I said, I'm not really in a real parking place anyway. So let me get out of here and we'll get to talking again. It just came to mind about something else, and this is something that the customer wouldn't know, and nobody would know it except for the delivery driver or someone else sitting in the same parking lot as you, watching you. I witnessed a guy coming out of the McDonald's the other night, and apparently he wasn't real happy about the wait or whatever the situation was. I do not know the situation, but nevertheless, I see him open his car door with the McDonald's sack in his hand, throws it across the front seat over on the passenger side, and I'm just thinking, man, I hope that didn't have no drinks in it. And I imagine you're talking about, what do they call that, bonus fries that's in the bottom of the bag? I imagine their whole container become bonus fries, because I'm quite sure if they had fries, they were no longer in the container. And that proper mannerism, which is part of etiquette. Just because somebody doesn't see you or you don't think sees you, doesn't give you the right to not be courteous and considerate of others. Because you got their food. You need to be courteous. Spark keeps going off and it's throwing me off. You need to treat people's stuff with respect. That kind of falls in with the etiquette, proper etiquette. So, just because you're a delivery driver, for a Grubhub delivery driver, a Uber Eats delivery driver, a DoorDash delivery driver, or whatever kind of delivery driver, treat their products with respect, whether it's food or a package or groceries or whatever. Treat it with respect. Treat it like it was yours. You might even treat it a little better than what if it was yours. Maybe it was your parents or your grandparents. How would you have liked it if somebody threw their stuff across the front seat of a car just because that person was mad at the people inside McDonald's? What did the customer have to do with it? It ain't their fault. It's just something else. I was really wanting to give an example of this, a demonstration of this, but it's starting to get dark and not getting many orders. Maybe I should have waited on that order. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all what I'm talking about. If I was going to deliver at this house, say right here, and I park right here, and I've seen it in dozens of videos by some notable YouTubers that does food delivery, and they'll walk right across there and put it on the front porch. And thing of it is, look at that grass, how pretty it is. Right there's a sidewalk. And even if there's not a sidewalk, walk up the driveway. Don't cut across somebody's front yard. You know, you don't want them to have to spend money, time, effort, whatever, and then you're gonna go walking across a pretty yard like that just because it's the shortest distance and the quickest for you. That's messed up. Don't do that. Walk up the driveway, walk up the sidewalk, do whatever it is to avoid walking across somebody's yard. And besides all that, depending on the time of the year it is, they may have just put out some chemicals. You got weed and feed, weed begons or whatever that spray is, and then you got these people that spray and it's got that dye that's in it so they can see where they've sprayed. The chemical itself is colorless, but they add that dye to it so they can see where they've sprayed. Do you want that all over the bottom of your shoes and then in your car? I don't think so. I wouldn't. Okay, we have a Grubhub order. Well, let's get over here to Grubhub. The order. The Gypsy Kit? Huh. You will only need to pay. You know what? I know it's 8.6 miles, but go ahead. I'm kind of curious as to what that place is. I've never heard of it. Must be something new. So I'm going to take this order just to see what it is. I have to be there at 6:45 and it is 6:37, so we have a few minutes. the gypsy kit. Hopefully I can find the gypsy kit, and they haven't moved on already since they're gypsies. I wanted to be a gypsy. Actually, I didn't want to be a gypsy. I just wanted to be a full-time RVer. Just travel all over the place. And I'm not ruling that possibility out just yet either. Because, you know what? In this type of work, I could just do that. Travel from town to town. You're a gig worker after all. Now, you ain't got to worry about walking across that yard because they got a big old fence up there. If y'all can see that, y'all check out the decorations on the fence, on the gate. Can you see the spiders? Okay. I will continue with some more words after a word from our sponsor. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have a sponsor, do we? Ain't that a shame? Well, I tell you what, do y'all like the music on your videos? Or you make videos? Or do you like music in general? Check out Epidemic Sound. Use the link down below and you'll get a free 30-day trial. You can use videos that you download within that 30-day trial. You can use that music on your videos that you create within the next 30 days, and you won't get copyright strikes. So check them out. Use the link below. In the meantime, I'm going to let this Ford pickup go because they just about took off our front bumper. Technically, I don't guess these cars have bumpers anymore. Well, I mean, they got a bumper, but you just can't see it. Not like old school bumpers. So, let's get on by them. They may have already been sipping the bottle a little bit, you know what I mean? They're getting her done. Hey, y'all want me to flip the camera around and y'all see downtown Wichita Falls in hyperspeed? Let's check it out. By the way, if you want to see more of downtown Wichita Falls, check the link right up here, or I'll put one down there in the description, because I've got a video of Wichita Falls on the Dirty Shoes Adventures channel. Y'all, if you're interested, it's there. Anyway, I'm going to flip this around and we're going to get to town. You know, it's kind of bad when you ask them, say, why didn't you know this place was here? How long have y'all been here? About 3 years. Oh, really? I'm down here all the time. I don't know, I just didn't pay any attention to what the sign says on the door. So, pay attention to what's going on around you. I think I even mentioned that before on the video, but I don't know. I'm going to have to check it out, see how good their food is, and then we'll know. Right now, I am going to head over to Cindy's and drop her off her food. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because, as you can tell, it's starting to get kind of dark out here. And believe it or not, it's a little bit chilly. It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyhow, y'all be nice to one another. Keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing, and doing whatever it is, because you're going to grow old if you don't. And you don't want to do that. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.